that shit on the headlight. everybody. This is the first episode, not first episode, the first stream so far on the CSA for preseason matches. Tonight I'm joined by the lovely Excalibur. Say what's up.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Yeah, and we're going to be bringing you some awesome prim action tonight. Baltimore. Shout out Nuki. You did spell Baltimore wrong. I'm just realizing that. But Baltimore versus Toronto 6 today for prim. This is our second tier this season. It's equivalent to world class last season, so this will still be the best of the best guys playing out here. I'm excited to get to this match. My team, of course. I'm casting for my squad. Love my squad. Yeah, so I'm ready to get into it. The guys are still getting here. There's a still getting here. There's a few minutes before the game starts, but I'm excited to see where this goes, man. Any thoughts, Excalibur?
I'm excited too. I can't wait to see this season upcoming. We've changed a lot of things. The like you said, this premiere is just as good as world class because they've basically just been shifted down a little bit. So I'm looking forward to all of it. This is going to be a great season.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. I agree. There's about 7-ish minutes until the game does kick off. So yeah, guess we're chilling till then. I don't. Yeah, Excalibur needs to get a ring light. They're hating on you, man. They're hating on you.
Of course. It's so dark in here, but I like it.
Yeah, I have to have
Nice.
my blinds closed unless the camera can pick it up. Oh, yep, over there somewhere. Yeah, I keep my blinds closed. It's just that awkward time of day where it's like still super bright if I open that. Yeah, so I'm excited, man. All my teams I'm excited for. And speaking of things to get excited for, Excalibur, yeah, there is a little something brewing up this next week. I don't know if you've
There
heard of it.
is. I have
There is.
not.
And Power Hour. Power Hour is brewing up this week. Combines for people who did not get drafted, 1440 and below, I believe, as of right now. But yeah, I said if you did not get drafted and you are still looking to play in CSA, we are offering an opportunity for you. And I'm excited. A lot of the guys I drafted are actually going to be managing teams over there. So much love to them. It is threes. Pom pom. I just saw you in chat there. It is a threes league. For the top two tiers during the season, there will be prize pools for them. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this season, man. Season two, all the improvements I think have been made from last season. There was, Howard mentioned, yeah, I think the biggest complaint for people last season was that matches were scheduled on holidays. This is technically a holiday weekend, but um, Labor Day weekend is not as impactful as the other weekends we messed up scheduling for last year, such as Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, all the super important ones that people are definitely not going to be available at night for. But yeah, I mean, CSA's been making some strides, and I'm ready, man. It's gonna be lots of fun. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Power Hour, Kitty. I'm not officially playing in it. I've got a lot of things going on, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Yeah, it should be cool. I think. Hold on, I got a list of the TMs. I'm pretty sure. Let me go be nosy and find this real quick. Yeah, list of TMs as of right now. There's a list of TMs. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to. Shout out. We do have Havoc, Jenny, the thickest stick, Lemon, Kilo, Vortex, Eholt, Wi-Fi, JDE, and Pro. I think all those people are extremely qualified for this, and I think that those are the people that really care, that we really want to put in these positions to succeed. This is also a thing to help people become GMs in the future when they want to be. So I think it's very important that they get this opportunity to, basically learn. If you don't do good, we obviously want you to do good, but it's not like, oh, you're stupid, haha, we hate you. It's a learning experience. The GMs and staff are going to be there to try to help you moving forward. So shout out them, man. Shout out them.
Absolutely, and I know the players are going to be ecstatic about it because they didn't get drafted this season. They might get drafted next season, but this is definitely going to be more of a proving ground for them to show what they're capable of and hopefully get drafted next season.
Yep. So that is a good part about next season is that our plan is to expand franchises as of right now because so that we have so many more people. That's why we have Power Hour. So we do want to expand next season to more franchises, meaning more people can play, and the talent pool is going to be tighter. When there's more teams like that, we hopefully we get. If we have the same signups now, that talent pool is going to be even tighter, and it's going to be even more fun to play those guys. So this season it's still the second season of CSA. It's crazy thinking this that what we've done in just one season. It is not week one yet. It is still not season two officially, and we're still talking about these big plans and just what we've done. It's amazing. I really love to see what CSA is doing, man.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. And the fact that we've got so many high level people showing up too, like if anybody, in the stream has watched the show match that we did before, we've got Kronovi, we've got Season 5 Cosmic, or S5 Cosmic, my bad. And a bunch of pros are even coming in to play and sign up and all this, and it's wild that it has only been one season.
Yeah, I mean, this shout out to the owner, shout out to Rob, shout out to Likewise, shout out to Wi-Fi, all the people who who do the behind the scenes dirty work. Because trust me, it's a lot of it. There's a lot of stuff they do, and it's like super boring. In all honesty, like on the nights Rob stayed up till like 3 a.m. just trying to crunch down numbers, getting opinions from people to place people accurately. That I think that's one thing that in CSA, a lot of people didn't really complain about the salaries too much. There was a few here and there, but a great part about CSA is that you will be drafted where you're expected to go. It's you don't have to be like, oh well, I'm not. I think I'm better than this tier, but I have to be drafted this tier. No, if you think you're better and a team is willing to take you, they will take you. So I think that's an amazing part about CSA, and I think all the teams are about as balanced as it can be. Someone has to be the worst team in every tier, and I think if you look at the rosters now, you have zero clue who it's going to be. You have zero clue who the top three are going to be. You have zero clue who the bottom three are going to be. And I think that competitiveness is amazing for CSA.
Oh yeah, it's what makes CSA great.
Yeah, and I gotcha. My guys are still getting in there. Shout out that guys. One guy's a little bit late just joined the VC, but he's just scooting along. So for tonight, we do see for the Toronto Six, we have AV, Hahabu, and Kuiper playing for them. Shout out them. Very cool guys. We love Hahabu. Great community member. Very funny guy. AV and Kuiper. I think AV is very underrated. I think he definitely could have gone round one. People would have should be okay with that. Kuiper amazing. Able to team up with them, I think is great. And then for my guys, we have Comet Pizza, and as of right now, Nutmeg subbing up. So shout out Nutmeg for being there. Anchor, if he can make it, he will be there. But as of right now, we have those three guys. They should be joining shortly. As shortly, I mean right now. Alrighty, alrighty. I let the guys know to join when they are ready. Here's my squadron. It's not ready. Come on, squadron. Let's be ready, guys. Yeah, but Anchor did just show up. So we, as of right now, should have 3 Prim players playing today. It's Pizza's birthday, I'm pretty sure, if I remember that correctly. So happy birthday, Pizza. Shout out to him, man.
Birthday pizza.
Happy birthday, Pizza. So we're just waiting for my team to be ready. But whenever they are, they'll join up and we will get this match kicked off. I do believe, I've said this in my podcast a few times, I believe that this division will be the most comp division in all of CSA. So I do think tonight will be good matches. I'm so excited to see what my guys got, to see who everyone else has, because I think that's, most people, as a GM, I do know most of the players, but I do not know everybody. Like, I've never seen Kuiper play before. I've seen AV, I've seen Hahabu, I've seen my guys, but like, there's just still people you don't know because there's just so many guys. I think that's really cool. So, shout out. I can't wait to see new faces.
I haven't seen a lot of these guys play just because I don't play in the level that they're at. So I've seen them around, but I've never seen them actually play. Yeah.
All right, everyone's joining now, except my team again. What are we doing, guys? Oh, perfect. All right, we have okay. Docs to begin with, but we do have 3 people for each team now. Um, Anchor taking this up the wall gets 50 by Kuiper. We're asking for a
Boo
pause in
up.
the chat.
Possible double tap. Blocked away by Comet.
We're asking for a pause in the chat, Mr. Pause Man. Yes, that is what they were saying. Ideal, ideal. Don't know who Claro is, but they just joined the match. All right, well, it's a little shocked. I think we keep going 0-0 still. I told my guy he could leave the match. Match admin. In the game. They're asking to end the game. Yeah, they just probably just restart this. Everyone's leaving
They're
now.
just leaving.
Okay, great way to start. Okay, chalked beginning. Shout out my squad. Not being ready. Love that. Love that. Sounds like it was one of the guys wasn't in there that was supposed to be in there because they did the whole like hopping back and forth thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna join. No, I'm gonna join. And it just got chalked, but okay.
Yep. Have to double check match admin this time just in case. Alright, they're joining.
All right, there we go. Nothing happened in the last 5 minutes. This is the first kickoff of CSA preseason week 1. Baltimore Boxers versus the Toronto 6. AV and Claro going at it, which is pizza. Kuiper taking it up the middle, trying to go for a reset, fakes it, goes down low, saved by Anchor. Good pressure there, and AV put it back on this wall, trying to make the Baltimore a little antsy here. It's not working. Comet Anchor trying to go for a play there. Comet takes it, putting pressure on their side still. We've seen a lot of back and forth in these first 20 seconds. You see no one's really tried to control it very much. They're kind of just testing the water, seeing what they can do. Great save by Anchor. So yeah, this high skill gameplay, it's gonna be very close. Shout out these guys. Controls the ball. One putting it mid, gonna be saved by Haha Boo. Comet trying to put it back mid again, cannot. Kuiper sending it downfield, and a lot of pressure on both ends, but a lot of great defense going on so far, Xcal.
Oh, absolutely. Like we were talking about, this is going to be a great series with the high level of gameplay. Boo being able to keep that center at 50 in it with pizza. Kipper trying to go for a double tap, but blocked away by Comet. And it's just kept in the blue side's corner for now.
Yeah, Hahabu going up, trying to get this mid, a little too hard. AV on the ball, Anchor able to get the save. AV try to go for something a little crazy there. Comet denies him though. Hahabu trying to take it backward. Pizza denied. And it's in the blue corner for a while now. Still stays in the blue corner, but they have not been wavering under this pressure. They've been able to keep at it and just keep them away from that goal. Hahabu trying to take this over, gets a reset, not able to use it correctly. Anchor puts it left side. Comet keeps it up, it looks like. Pizza trying to go for the double, not able to get enough boost to get it, and it's finished by Anchor. Able to put that bottom left corner. Great pressure by Baltimore Boxers there.
I was a little concerned. I thought AV was going to be able to get it, but he just got popped right around him.
He almost did, but, shout out my guys for scoring the first goal there. Then boom. Back at it. Anchor tries to snipe it and does. Bottom right. Whew. Off-white goal explosion. Shout out.
What a great 50 by Pizza.
Yeah, amazing 50. Kuiper, low boost. Very awkward. I mean, it's just a weird scenario to be in. You're last man, but you're also in the middle of the field with 0 boost. So going back isn't exactly the most favorable position there. Great demo. Great bump. 2 in net. Not able to get anything out of it. Very hard to in the first place. Anchor trying to put it back wall. No boost for Pizza. Kuiper putting it up. Comet denies him. It's going low wall. Bang. Comet able to keep some pressure on it. Anchor trying to get out of his half. Does. Trying to get a flip reset. Can't. Pizza trying to pressure the defensive man, but it did not work. Once again, pressure going back and forth. Excalibur's lost connection, folks. It'll be a solo cast for a little bit. Pizza sending it upfield to Anchor. Anchor not enough boost to do anything with it, but he does try. Hahabu sending it up mid. Great touches to get it across the whole field. Over 1. Pizza denies him, though. It is up mid. Kuiper gets 1. Cannot get the second. Makes it awkward, though. Excal's rejoined us, so this will surely be not a solo cast very soon. Hahabu not able to get the second touch. Comet catches. And as much pressure as Baltimore's putting on, they're not exactly playing risky. They're taking what the guys give them, and when they have a moment to really, really put some offense on, they do. Pizza putting it backwards. I imagine that was not on purpose. Bang, Anchor blocking the man there. Comet. It's not Comet's Claro. Silly me. Pizza pressure on this upfield. AV on. Gets a 50 mid. Hahabu up. Anchor's just going to play the back ball on this. And it's in their corner. This is unthreatening. Comet puts it corner to control. Boom. Pizza putting it upfield. And, there's been a lot of pressure going on. Hahabu able to sneak it past Kuiper with a W goal steal. I do believe a demo happened there. Great 50 by Hahabu.
Yep. Big demo out of center field.
Yeah, great play to make this game still in reach for the Toronto 6. Another demo. Pizza up. Hahabu puts it over him. Ooh, what a save by Comet. Kuiper had an absolute piss missile. Heading down. Pass to Comet. 50 by Kuiper. Anchor on ball. Does have to play this safe. And he shit flips. Unfortunate. That was great pressure there by the Toronto 6. It looked like Kuiper, yeah, was able to big man Anchor there. AV puts it in the one in an uncomfortable spot there for Anchor. He was not able to save the ball.
It was a great shot to be able to get that goal. Anchor's up, trying to get up over to the orange half, just not able to fully. Kipper working off the sidewall, see what he can do. Maybe go for a bump. Can't get it. And they were just working it through this blue half.
Yeah, Orange has gotten much better here on defense the second half of the game. They're really turning it out here. Shout out to them for that one. AV taking the sidewall. One's up. Hahabu there, denied by Pizza, but another shot is coming. One guy should be back wall here. It is Anchor. Takes it. Hahabu pressures him. Gets a decent 50 for him. Pizza on ball. Low boost. Denied by Kipper. Comet trying to put it back mid. Not really able to. Safe place here for Orange. Hahabu going for the pinch. Gets it. But Pizza does have enough time here in the corner. Doesn't need to overreact on anything. It's a corner again. Let's see if any late game heroics comes out here. Hahabu is going to be able to catch this. No, he's going to let AV get it. Bang it mid. Kuiper putting it up. Hahabu, one shot. Not able to do anything with him. We're going to OT game 1, folks.
This has been great gameplay so far from both teams.
Yeah, shout out. From what I can tell right now, both teams are not using the... Oh my god, okay.
Just an easy psycho from Kipper from one side of the
Okay,
field
we're
to
just
the other.
okay.
That was amazing.
Great pressure by Baltimore boxers there.
I was a little concerned. I thought AV was going to be able to get it, but he just got popped right around him.
Shout out.
What a great
Okay, I am
50 by
back,
Pizza.
folks. Yeah, amazing 50. Kuiper,
Going on to
low
game
boost,
two,
very
Shash
awkward.
World.
I mean,
Happened there.
Kipper, I assume. Great 50
Little
by amazing goal there
Yep.
at the end OT. That was
Big demo out of
wasn't able
center
to talk
park.
great pressure by Baltimore boxers there. That was
I
certainly
was a little
crazy. Now
concerned.
we're
I thought
going
AV
into
was going
game
to be able
two.
to get it,
It is
but
a best of
he just
5.
got popped right around him.
And let's see what these teams have to offer us.
What a great 50 by Pizza.
Here. Yeah, amazing 50. Kuiper.
I don't know what I'll do if Kipper hits another one of those.
Yeah, that was a great shot. I mean, those are like, you just can't expect to defend those. Comet going up on AV, denying them up early. Awkward for the defenders and net low boost. Kipper able to put the double in there from the pass from Haha Boo. Anchor, weird spot, and Pizza just low on boost, not able to get that save. Real hard to do that. And Toronto 6 go up early, game 2. Hahabu taking us across mid. That net looks pretty wide open. Nope, never mind. Anchor is there to deny it. Pizza try to get the little redirect. They're not able to. Well, it seems like a lot of confusion here from the Baltimore squad. Oh, good 50 there from Pizza. Putting it all on their side. 50 again. Anchor low on boost in the corner. Just got a full pad. Able to get the save there. Boom. Pizza able to put it back in the corner. Comet putting it upfield. One-on-one. Not able to beat. Anchor playing a little too hard on that. A little bit behind it, tries to get the pre-flip into it, not able to. Kuiper catches 50 by Comet up high mid. Great demo from Kipper here. AV, not the best pop. Comet also not the best pop. Not able to 50. Hahabu goes low as he is low on boost. Pops it up again. Comet's able to take it over one. And get it over another, not able to. Pizza there for the cleanup. A whole lot of midfield action going on here. Nothing too crazy so far. Comet put in a corner. I said, with these high-level lobbies, you do see a lot of that. Just this safe touches. Nothing too ridiculous. They're just trying to keep themselves in the play still. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of right now, X-Cow.
Oh, absolutely. It's one thing I think a lot of even the lower skilled people can learn. Even just getting a touch and getting it out of the other team's possession is huge.
Yeah, so even if the touch isn't like on net, if you are buying time for your team, if you are setting up a play for your team, it is not a bad touch. And I think that watching this Prem play for any lower level players, it's definitely a good thing for them to notice during these games. Anchor going for some crazy stuff. Comet putting it up to Anchor, gets one touch on it, it's going corner. Anchor gets a 50 on it in the corner, a little weird there. Comet 50's across, gonna be a big clear from Kipper. Pizza up, trying to get the save. Oh, Kipper missed that one. That one would have been disgusting.
Just
Comet
a slight
50.
misread.
And
Net wide open just off the top by Kipper.
unfortunate. We do see a lot of preseasons about just building the team with the guys. Speaking of team with the guys, Kipper with the pass to Hahabu, who has been electric today for a low sal. Shout out Hahabu, man. He's showing out today. Great player. A lot of people know him, and he's showing out. He's playing pretty solid today so far.
Oh, absolutely. Boo's probably one of my top people in Prim right now. Just He's such a great guy and such a great player. It's really fantastic to see it in the league.
Yeah, love to have a guy like him. Comet putting it corner. Not too little time for the Baltimore Boxers here, but they do, eventually need to put one in the net if they want to come back in this game. After last game, letting 3 unanswered, and that is real awkward for him. Hahabu able to put it in. You can tell that the Boxers here have not. The Kim here is not as balanced as it is for Toronto. They're a little awkward in places, and you can tell it's biting them here and there. They were up last game, and then just were not able to hold them down. And this game, it's not looking too pretty for them either. Pizza trying to go for the shot, denied by Hahabu. Kipper, misses the touch there. Hahabu trying to go for something, puts it over 2. Pizza is there though. What an epic save for him. This guy knows ball. Puts it down mid. Anchor putting it to the corner, trying to play safe. Comet putting it upfield. Trying to get a reset. Gets one. Is he able to put it? No. What a save by AV. Comet was going to put that top left. And what a save by Hahabu. This Toronto team's defensive rotations are elite right now. They are in the perfect spot every time. And great defense is just so hard to overcome. When you're on offense and you're putting the ball in the correct spot and the correct speed, and it's just not mattering, it makes it so much more frustrating and hard to play.
Absolutely.
60 seconds left on the clock.
I think that's really what's stopping the Baltimore is it's just the super aggressive play style.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto's defense has been lights out, and when you pride yourself on your offensive ability, but the other team's defense is just shutting you down, it is real difficult to win anything. This Baltimore team is not playing bad. It's just that sometimes people play better, and does appear what is happening right now. That Baltimore just cannot compete at the same level this match. Oh my God, AV.
What a triple touch by AV there.
Yeah, that was insane. Comet not even with a bad touch. AV just makes an insane play here. That's so hard to defend. So yeah, a little bit of trust issues maybe with Baltimore. This is their first time playing together this season, so that's what preseason's for. Get the wrinkles out. These games have no effect on the actual season. They're purely they're basically scrims, basically league mandated scrims. So play with your team. Get your game casted, such as this moment, and have some fun. That's all preseason's all about. So shout out these guys for coming. There's still going to be at least, at bare minimum, one more game. Maybe even 3 if my team decides to be the best team ever, but at least one more game. Great game here by the Toronto 6. Hahabu, MVP. Shout out, man. He was amazing this game and last game. I don't know if he's their plan to be their third man, because he is the 4th in Sal, but I think he should be. If he is not, someone in Prim will be picking Hahabu up. We're a really lucky superstar team, because Hahabu is just playing amazing right now.
Oh, absolutely.
For a low Sal.
If I was any
Shout out
GM watching
Hahabu,
this,
man.
I would
He's showing out
definitely
today.
be picking up Hahabu.
Great player. A lot of people know him. Yeah, he's showing out. He's playing pretty solid. If you're watching this, keep on. The Kim here is not as balanced as it is for Toronto. They're a little awkward in places, and you can tell. It wasn't bad from Comet. Not even with a bad touch. AV just makes an insane play here. That's so hard. They shot more than you. It's 4 more shots. You did a bunch of for a low Sal. Shout out Hahabu, man. He's showing out today. It happens. A lot of people know every single shot by Baltimore. I'm just noticing that. So it's like you're not missing the net. It's just they're just there, and it's hard to beat that at times. I do think it's still a winnable series for Baltimore, but going into this game, we will see what happens.
Absolutely.
We have everybody here. Looks like we got these guys are ready to kick off Game 3. Match point for Toronto. Comet and AV off the kickoff. Hahabu change of cars, using the Finnick this time. Puts it on net, and just nobody's there for Baltimore. I don't really know what happened. Someone should definitely be there. Anchor and Comet are both going for this. Comet gets bumped. That was Pizza. And it's, some awkwardness happens there.
Seemed like
Some
all
good
three
bumps.
ended up in that corner.
And it was a good bump, so I forget by who. I'd assume Kipper because they've been doing it all series. Great bumps. Great bumps affect everyone in every rank. It is, some people may maul at the fact that people bump, but it is a good strategy and help you win, which is the most important stat in Rocket League is the W. Touch past Habu, not able to get it there. Pizza 2 demos, low boost, pushes it down to Anchor, who sends it net, saved by Hahabu
Saved
twice.
now.
And that is just feels like the story of this series, man. It's the Toronto 6 defense has been insane. That's a shout out Hahabu, man. He is the lowest sound in the lobby, and it is does not look like it. He's been playing amazing. Another good save by Toronto, man. It's they've been playing amazing on the defensive end. Great touch by Hahabu, denied by Pizza. Trying to get a play. Pizza there, denied again. Great 50s in the corner here. It's
Shot by
not too
Hahabu,
dangerous.
just right off the corner.
Great save by Comet. That's what you like to see. The Baltimore also putting on that defense on. Good shots getting denied. Has to put this up high. Kuiper there, puts it down. Little awkward positioning here for Baltimore. They're all in the same corner to make it a little awkward for them. It's over one. Cool. That would have been a disgusting touch if Hahabu was able to get it. Comet puts it over one. Pizza not able to get the touch. Not able to get the 50. Puts it back mid. Anchored. Awkward in positioning. Cheats up a little too far there. Not able to capitalize off the open net. AV looking to take this. Denied by Comet. I do enjoy Comet and Pizza and them challenging in the midfield. They're not making it easy for this Toronto team to get offense off. They really have to work for it. But you would like to see just some touches on the orange half of the field here if you are blue. Hahabu taking this up wall. Comet able to get a 50 on it. Not able to get a second touch. Hahabu putting it sidewall. Pizza in the corner. Tries to get a touch, not able to. It is across the net. AV misses. Anchor misses. Whole lot of misses. Apparently we're watching Academy, folks. Great touch by Kipper. Pizza puts it low. AV there. Just on. Denied by Comet. Hahabu. Kind of touches back mid. To reset over one. Kipper with a good 50. Is Hahabu able to clean this up? No, he is not. Great attempt, though. Anchor putting the sidewall. Comet already upfield. Passing this down to Pizza, who was not ready for it. Some communication issues, maybe. So, still ironing out the kinks. Kipper up for that already. Anchor putting it back corner. We are approaching that sub 2-minute mark. This is, if Baltimore wants to win this game, they probably want to score sooner rather than later to get that momentum flowing. AV putting good pressure. Anchor putting it mid. A little too far though. Hahabu trying to get it out. Pizza taking this to his opposite corner. Letting Anchor get it. 50's one. Orange ball though. Back wall. Just kind of gives it right back. Didn't have much boost, so it wasn't much of an option. Putting it upfield. Baltimore's trying to go for all these upfield plays. They're just really not connecting right now. Would like to see some more offense and less double committing, that's for sure. And it bites them there. Kipper able to get the net with the double commit from Baltimore.
Yeah, definitely some kinks from Baltimore that need to be worked out, but still great gameplay other than all these, all the whiffs coming from both teams.
So yeah, I mean, Baltimore's mistakes are very fixable ones, so it is not the all-in to be all. Very fixable mistakes. And Toronto, it's just the better team as of right now, or as of today. They played better, so it is not over yet for Baltimore, but it is looking like it. Their offense has not been able to produce the way they want. Comet puts it upfield. Denied by Kipper, putting it sidewall. Good control to 50 that one. Pizza sends it right back. Imagine AV gets a touch on this. Does. Great bump by Comet, and Pizza puts it in the net. See, we haven't seen that from Baltimore almost all series long. Just a good team bump play there. Chases Hahabu at the net. Almost gets it still. But not fully able to. And there's 40 seconds left. A goal down. This is a very possible game here for Baltimore.
Absolutely. Pizza and Kipper going for kickoff with AV controlling it and taking the mid boost. Big flick towards net, but blocked away by Comet.
Send mid. Pizza putting that on net. Two people up for it though. One behind and haha boo. Common able to get that read. What a bounce. Habu was able to get on that one. Maybe you put it into corner. Keep her a little low. Haha boo not able to get the touch there. Anchor on AV. Gets a beat past one. Make it a little awkward on this. Puts it back mid. Oh, awkward positioning here from Baltimore. And that is Pro's likely game, folks. Yeah, just some small communication and cut comms here. Pizza and Comet both cut, neither needed to, or one needed to, one didn't, and lets them be in an awkward position there. And yeah, it does appear as of right now, Toronto 6 will be winning this one in 3. It was not a free 3, but 3 regardless, and that is series. Comet puts it in the ground. Great games. Love to see him play. Shout out the guys. First preseason match of the season. Love to watch it. And shout out Toronto, man. They played great.
Definitely shout out both teams.
Caster.
What a great series.
Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see my guys. And shout out them, man.
Definitely still just thinking about that Kipper goal in the first one. Such a wild, just off backboard shot all the way across.
Yeah, it's a tone setter, if you will. They really, it's, they were down the whole game and he hits an amazing shot to end it. And I think that's to come back in a tone setter that they rode with. They rode the high and they were great. And I really want to shout out Hahabu, man. He played amazing this game. Great defense, great everywhere, honestly. So
Oh,
much love to
absolutely.
Hahabu, much love to the Toronto 6. And I believe that is all. The next matchup you guys will be seeing is the Academy 830 game between the Savannah Phantoms and the New Orleans Nightmare. So hope you guys stick around for that one. You'll see.
Dropping that shit on the headline. shit on the headlight.
All right. What's going on, guys? It is me, Pokey Ninja 77, joined by Nuki, who was originally going to do the
We're
introduction,
here
but he
now.
couldn't because he's muted. So there we go. Nuki's in the house as well, doing all the production. What is up, everybody? We have a banger Academy preseason match: Savannah Phantoms versus the New Orleans Nightmares preseason.
It's gonna be good.
Who's ready?
Oh, dude, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. I'm only somewhat biased to the Savannah Phantoms
Yeah.
just because I'm slightly the AGM for them. So I'm only gonna maybe be saying 3-0 for
Yeah.
them. And if early predictions, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I took some notes, a little bit for stream. I also have Savannah winning 3-0, completely unbiased here, just taking a look at the stat sheet I have right there. See, just completely unbiased, just guessed
Oh yeah.
3-0, so I have them winning as well.
Oh yeah, completely unbiased, bro. I mean, yeah, no, it's not like I told you ahead of time that the Savannah Phantoms were just gonna sweep the New Orleans. It's not what I said at all. Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good matchup. I'm excited. And Academy tier is always the fun one, especially since in season one, Academy tier was a little bit of our lower tiers, but season two is a little bit different. We have so many advanced high level gameplay. I think so Academy tier right now, we're looking at our highest player, and this is for Savannah, is 1505. That's insane. That's for Academy.
Yeah, that is absolutely wild. Like the tier, how good all these players have gotten, that's slightly better than last season. Last season I looked at Academy. I went, yeah, I can play in these lobbies. This season I'm looking at Academy and I'm going, oh, what the heck? Like I can't keep up with these guys. So yeah, definitely an increase in skill there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
It's gonna be a matchup to definitely remember. I'm definitely excited to see how everybody plays, especially since I didn't really get to 100% help with drafting players. I mean, Demo really knew exactly who he wanted to play with. I mean, he is the captain for the team. But I'm excited. Oh no, I just realized something that's going to be really tricky for the overlay. But you know what? It'll be fine. Everybody's gonna have to deal with the colors at hand. Um, but it's gonna be a fun matchup, man. I'm excited. I know that the players are still, I think, finishing out their first matchup for preseason, since they do have 2 match days in 1 week. So I'm sure that they're probably finishing that up, and they'll get in here shortly. But dude, Academy's an exciting one. Academy, you never know what's gonna happen. We say that every time. We never know what's gonna happen.
yeah, you just never know. Rocket League, I've seen situations where people come down, like comebacks, 3 goals within 30 seconds, man. Just some insane stuff, and it was in like some lower tiered lobbies as well. And it's preseason, you're just trying to try it out, see what works. Each of these teams are gonna be looking at, like, who to start, who we're gonna bench, who we're gonna cut. So it's a good time to see in game like how these players
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, especially since Academy is going to have to do a cut. I don't know how soon, but they do have to get rid of one of their players. They have to get down from a 5-man roster to a 4-man roster pretty shortly. I haven't exactly checked in with that. So we will have to see who all decides to stick around, who all actually gets to continue on through the rest of the season. But of course, we can't forget every spot's open. If you were drafted 4th in position, any spot's open. You're going to be able to still have an opportunity to stick around. Just show your worth, play your games, and be your best, and you'll have plenty of opportunities to be on stream, I'm sure.
Yeah, try your best. That's all you can do. Get playing, have fun. That's what it's all about. Rocket League just all about having fun and having some fun with your team, and that's, I feel like, is what's most important here.
Oh yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with you on that one. They got to be able to get out there. Oh, title change needed. Thank you for letting me know that, Ateki. I gotta get that updated. But yeah, no, they're gonna get out there. They're gonna have a good time. They're gonna play their best, and a lot of them are gonna be out there showing their worth, since they're not gonna be wanting to have that opportunity. They're wanting the opportunity to continue playing as much as they can this season.
Yeah, we're definitely going to want to play on a starting team. You know, this is your chance to show what you got and what your worth is, and like just prove to these GMs and captains, like prove that you got what it takes to make these rosters. And, you know, that is the importance of preseason. So, yeah.
Hopefully the players will start loading up in here soon. I know that we finished our first matchup quite quickly. It ended up being a little bit of an interesting 3-0 sweep over on the side of Baltimore versus the Sixes. And it was pretty intense matchup. And the Sixes ran away with that one 3-0. And so it finished that series up so quickly that I'm sure a lot of our academy players just aren't ready to play yet. But hey, a lot of them should be warm though, because they just did play their first match.
Yeah, that's good. Getting some warm-ups in before you head into the games. And I mean, I'm shocked that the last match was a sweep. I thought, you know, it was going to be at least a 3-1. But, you know, the Toronto Six is just getting it done. Very impressive there. And yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to see how New Orleans, like, you know, I do say the 3-0 for Savannah Phantoms, and again, that's just because they're the best franchise. But you know, the Nightmares, I'm sure they're gonna put up quite a fight. I know Dondo, and I know he didn't pick no bad players. He went out there and he picked the best players that he could think of to play for his team. So I'm sure it's gonna be quite the battle, especially in Academy tier where everybody's trying to work their way up through the tiers, man.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, work their way up for tiers. You know, I think, as I was thinking about, you know, I think New Orleans, I think all three games are going to go to overtime, and then the Savannah Phantoms are going to win all three of those overtimes. I think it's going to be an absolute cinema of a sweep here. I think that's where I'm headed.
Okay, so you think it's a cinema of a sweep? You know, I'm still gonna sit with my 3-0 on Phantoms too. I think the Phantoms are gonna have a pretty good set of events and matchups tonight. I know Demo plays pretty intensely, and I'm sure he's not gonna let anybody rest on his team. They're gonna be playing their hearts out.
Yeah. They definitely are, especially if you're going for more demos. It's going to be hard to play around that. But yeah, we're getting. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. They just loaded in, so you're all good. It's gonna be a fun matchup. It's gonna be a fun matchup. Oh,
I'm really excited to see players are getting into the lobby. Slowly.
Hey, hopefully we don't have a situation like last time where everybody joined and then it didn't work.
That would not be the best here.
Nah, we're prepared this time. We're ready to go. It's going to be a good one.
Yep, we got kickoff heading off. More in favor of the New Orleans here. He's got a quick right off the bat here. Tinsel's going to be on. Ball's going to bounce more towards mid, and, you know, pretty equal start, I'd say.
I'd say pretty equal start for sure. We'll have to see who all decides to take an early lead here. As Savannah is going to be on the blue team. They're going to be home right now. Demo trying to maybe get an opportunity opened up for, I think that was Cosmic. Cosmic unable to get there just in time. Ken going to take possession, but Clothy, a quick 50 does get it over. It's already back and forth. We're already playing pretty aggressive when we're coming to Academy tier.
Yeah, defenses both sides, you know, hanging strong through the aggressiveness. Quick chance there, couldn't quite find it. Whiffy Jr. on the ball, going to be to Cosmic. It's going to try to pop it up. Here's Dipsec. There might be a good passing opportunity. It's going to be blocked away. Tinsel, though, the pressure from the New Orleans is, you know, mounting up right now.
Does look like New Orleans has, nope, sorry, Savannah is getting put back on the wall. Oh, look at that, Clothy, a great save off the top of the crossbar. A shot was coming in hot from New Orleans. Dipis looks like he's gonna get it, is gonna go through. I don't know what his name is, but Dipis back. I'm gonna say it just like that. It's the first goal for New Orleans, and they're already playing pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, just a clean slot right over the defender, and yeah, just a good goal. New Orleans on the board first. Kickoff gonna go in favor of those Savannah Phantoms see if they can get something going right after conceding a goal. We're starting off pretty aggressively. Gonna go to Whiffy Jr., but here comes the counter check. Cosmic's there to stop it. Whiffy Jr. now has a good chance. Can't quite get a pass, and it should be mostly cleared away.
Clouthy was trying to get something going there. The defense of New Orleans is pretty on par, pretty strong right now. Clouthy does get another opportunity to send it through Ken. A nice save off to the sidewall. Despic back gonna try and get possession. A pop out to Tinsel, looking for the redirect. What a save coming from iCosmic. Just barely keeping that out of dangerous territory. It's a back and forth right now, even though New Orleans has the first goal on the board.
Oh, but the net is wide open for Ken Whiffy Jr., who will make it a 2-0 lead for New Orleans. Just a little bit of overcommitting on the defense for the Savannah.
There's an unfortunate little slip through coming from New Orleans, but that's okay. Savannah will get their way back because now we've got we're down by 2. But hey, that's a little bit of motivation right there. That's a little bit of a reason to climb on way back. But iCosmic looking to seek it to the corner. Clouthy was trying to get a pass out, but a nice interruption from Tinsel keeps the ball from heading out into middle ground. A nice save from Clouthy. Oh no, an unfortunate pop-up from Cosmic could put us in dangerous territory. Another top pop off the ceiling. A nice save from Demo, and Savannah stays alive just a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 2-0 curse is real. Going up 2-0 in a game, sometimes it's a little bit cursed to conceding, but let's see if New Orleans Saints can hang on here. DP is back, gonna try to get something going, midfield, gonna play it off to the corner, bounce down to Ken Whiffy Jr., but it's blocked away by Cosmic. Coffee gonna backflip it, still dangerous. Tinsel and Cosmic can fight it out, but they cleared away, and there's an overcommit, but they're saving it away.
It's still a little bit back and forth here on the front line. As it looks like Savannah's just trying to find any opportunity that they can get to sneak the ball through, and they're just not able to get there. New Orleans looking to get another one through. A nice save coming out, just keeping everybody alive right now. Savannah, they've got to be able to convert, got to get something working for them over from defense to offenses. Right now, New Orleans not letting them breathe. Another save from Clouthy. He's been a beast on defense so far. This is Cosmic's chance. A pop-off from the sidewall. A nice opportunity to demo, but a nice save from deep piss back, and it's just not going to make its way through like Savannah's wanting to.
Yeah, no, Savannah are trying to get something, but the defense from New Orleans has just been greater, and Savannah leaves her net open for Tinsel, who will get the score.
Tinsel going to get another one on the board for New Orleans. That's going to put them 3-0. Savannah, they've still got some time. I'm not going to say a minute's not enough, because a minute is a lot of Rocket League, and it gives them a lot of opportunity still to convert and get 3 goals on. This is an opportunity for one of them. A Clouthy follow. What a shot! He was going for a peek, and it's just a little too far off the top.
That was really close. That was a good opportunity for Savannah. You're thinking you have to put that one away, down 3. You have to take anything that's given to you, even if it's a difficult shot. Just unfortunate for Savannah. Still down 0-3, 30 seconds. And it might be down 4, but shot just wide.
They were looking for it. They were trying to put a dagger in, and they're still trying to do so. It's still sitting on Savannah's side of the field, and it feels like at least 80% of the time in this game, that's where it's been. And Savannah's been able to stay alive, barely just shy to the right side from Tinsel. Another shot would have sunk it through again. A pop out to Demo, who's trying to get a redirect. They just could have looked for maybe one on the board here, and there's still an opportunity. A pop up from Cosmic. Clouthy unable to get there, and that's going to...
Well, there goes all of our 3-0 predictions. Gosh, dang it. But no. Yeah. Anyways, I think that New Orleans just had most of the offensive pressure, Savannah were just not really able to get out of their own corner. I'd say they weren't really able to get out of their own half. They had some attacking opportunities, but, they just couldn't quite connect on them, and the New Orleans defense just looking great out there. We're remaking. Yeah. Yeah. They just said it was laggy. I wasn't able to tell. Yeah, probably. But anyways,
This is
you know,
you
just,
guys. This is why we run preseason. This is the exact
yeah,
reason why preseason occurs, is so that way we don't have any more hiccups through the rest of the season.
yeah. Server remakes, let's hope we can avoid those as much as we can, avoid laggy servers. I know it's Rocket League, but try to stay away from those. But I'm still thinking Savannah's gonna win 3-1. I think that's what's gonna come down to. And I think Savannah, what rough 0-3 loss. Like, don't get me wrong, just not the way you want to start your first game, but maybe some server issues. I think they're still gonna win it 3-1. I think they have a strong case. Just starting off a little rough. They should be warmed up. They should be locked into this match. I still think Savannah has it, but New Orleans looking really good. Still waiting on the lobby.
Lobby's up. It's in East, guys. I didn't realize that. I had it in East the first time, but I know that there are different servers, so I can understand that maybe that server that we were currently running our East game in might have been having some issues for everybody. So hopefully this new server won't give us that many issues. Who knows? But it's a good thing we have an opportunity for one remake. Well, actually, we can technically remake as many as we need to make sure it runs properly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit of a pause. Hopefully try to stay away from those. However, we are about ready to get into these matches here. We're getting ready, and we're heading off. We're going. Kickoff's going to go in favor of Newt here, and it's going to be a quick start for the Savannah Phantoms. But the New Orleans were trying to get some more attacks going, trying to prove that they are the dominant team here.
Savannah is doing a pretty good job on getting an open opportunity. But DP is back, and he just was able to get a nice clear away save. Tinsel, a nice pinch, sends it downfield. Newt able to get some possession. Sorry, guys, I accidentally pulled up on camera, on the lobby again. But I've noticed that we've had some player swap outs for the Savannah Phantoms. Demo just a little bit awkward and just shy off to the side here. New Orleans was able to get a punch through. DP is back, and he is working it. And it does look like we've had some players go out. We have Botco Season and Newt coming in for Savannah Phantoms now.
Yeah, I mean, not surprised. After going 0-3, you might need to change up the rosters. These GMs and the captains are still, trying to see what roster works, what roster doesn't. So we're going to see a huge mix-up of these rosters here in preseason because they are testing it out. However, New Orleans Saints, though, here's DP is back, trying to make his name for himself. Here's Ken Whiffy Jr., but Demo's going to clear it away. Demo still on it. Savannah Phantoms, I think they have a little bit more pressure than last time, but still, it's just not enough.
Savannah does seem a little bit rocky regarding how they're working through, but I think Demo's probably circling through, trying to see who all is going to be best to play against, and that's, like you said a minute ago, that's exactly what's going to be going on here at the beginning, is everybody seeing who is going to be the best to work through on a team, who's going to powerhouse through any opportunity and get a goal in the back of the net, who's going to be best on defense, and who's going to work just together on all three, for all three on the team. Newt trying to get an opportunity. Savannah does have one. Botco just shy off to the left side. Savannah could have had a shot there, but it does seem like defense right now for New Orleans is still just as tight as it was in game one. And the first goal from Savannah is going to see it. It's going to be Botco Season.
Let's go. Savannah finally finding their pressure that they were lacking last game. Maybe it was our roster changes shot just in between two defenders, and what a goal from Savannah.
Well, you got to know, I was rooting for them on that one. I wanted to make sure that was going through because I was nervous, and I'm happy that it did sink through. But Tinsel was trying to get another one. DP is back. He's quick for the follow. It's just short to the left side. Demo had an opportunity for it clear, just slipped out of his possession. And Tinsel looking to seek it through again. And New Orleans quick to respond after Savannah got their goal on the board. They tied it up. New Orleans said, "Nuh-uh, we want our lead back," and they got it. It's 2-1. New Orleans in the lead.
Yeah, and I like the offensive pressure looking just as strong as it did last game. I think Savannah Phantoms still just a little bit awkward on defense, even with some of, those changes. They still seem awkward, but now they have more of an attack, and let's see if that can get them to tie up this game here.
Demo going to take their turn, an opportunity, maybe a pass out, and just not able to sneak it through to anybody from Savannah. Baco is trying to get an opportunity for follow. Tinsel taking possession, tries to get it through Newt, is able to 50 it through. A quick follow-up, and Demo tries to beat him there. Tinsel still able to keep possession, trying to get an opportunity for a pass. A pinch could have sunk it through. An opportunity is still there. I think it's going to sink it. No! What a save from Newt. Savannah just down by 1 goal still, hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, Savannah showing me what I said they were lacking, showing me the defense, strong defensive rotations coming out. We're under heavy pressure. We're able to hold, but are they still able to hold? Yes, New with a diving save across the backboard. The attack's not done. Ken Whiffy's going to try to pass it mid, but it gets blocked away again. I think Savannah finally found a way to get their defense rolling here.
I will say conversion's been a little bit stronger. We didn't have a goal last game, but we are 1 on the board now. I say offense is definitely a little bit stronger right now with the 3 on the field. And the defense is still just as consistent. Demo trying to get an opportunity for Newt or Botko, who both of them, they were seeking, they were eager for a goal. They're trying to get that tie back up on the scoreboard. Another opportunity. DP tried to get there. What a save from Demo. Savannah's defense is just outrageous, I will say, for how much pressure that New Orleans is constantly putting on them. They only barely let a few goals get through, and I know you don't want to let any get through, but still, for the amount of pressure, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Savannah's been holding on pretty well, but you still have to find that offense. You're still down a goal with a minute remaining. You got to score something here soon if you want to prove that, maybe this is the team you want to go with. This is the lineup you want to go with. Off the backboard gets cleared away, and let's see if they can get something here.
Both teams still searching for more goals, and an opportunity does sneak through for Tinsel, and that's going to put New Orleans back up to the same score they had in game 1. 3. It's not 3-0, but it's 3 on the board for New Orleans, and they're definitely not letting anything up at all. All 3 of people on the field right now are definitely working together to get as many goals in as they can.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Savannah Phantoms defense much improved. In offense, though, from Newt. Game's not over yet. 37 seconds left, and they score back quick.
Let's go, Newt! That was it! Newt, that was the shot. Just got it right over Ken's head, who was trying to get there for the defensive, defensive save, but just couldn't get there in time. Newt, enough power, shot it through. They're down by 1 again. They just got to seek it through to get that tie. Savannah absolutely rocking it right now, as they're going to be pushing for another goal. But New Orleans, they are just not letting up any bit of their pressure, their intensity on offense, and their consistency on defense has been immaculate.
Yeah, they've been looking pretty good on defense. Demo with the goal to tie the game. Oh my goodness, what an absolute showing. Down 2 goals, 30 seconds left. Now tied with 17. Insane pressure from the Phantoms.
Let's go. That's what we were looking for. And I'm getting more and more hype over here now that Phantoms are working their way up. Now we're 3-3. We're looking at a possibility for a tie here if I don't cast a curse. So I'm going to keep my mouth quiet on the tie. They're going to be keeping that work up. Savannah's defense has been absolutely insane tonight. Oh no, an opportunity comes for New Orleans, but Savannah able to keep it alive, and we are going to see overtime here in game 2.
First overtime of the series. You'd love to see these happen. Demoville, good kickoff. Here's a chance for them to steal the game.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go!
Yes! Oh, What a play. That is game 2 going to
I am in shock. I am shocked. Down 2 goals with that minor left on the clock to win it within 5 seconds of overtime. Not only to tie it, but to steal the game away. The Savannah Phantoms just completely stole this game away. It was New Orleans' game to lose, and the Savannah said, well, we're going to take advantage of that and score 4 goals, 3 of them in the last minute of the game here.
much better and definitely what we were looking for.
Yeah, I like seeing the offense look a lot better. The defense looked a lot better. And yeah, here we go. Started coming off into game 3. Ken Whiffy, New Orleans, looking for some pressure here like they had last game. But we know how good the Savannah defense can be for the Phantoms as Ken Whiffy goes up. It's a little bit awkward. And Demo's going to clear away to the corner.
Demo trying to take possession there. It looks like Leighton's going to come and try to do something fancy there. Cosmic, a nice save. It looks like we have Newton Cosmic on the field right now. And we have Leighton, DP is back, and Ken Whiffy staying, or looks like Tinsel came out and Leighton came in. So we have a new roster again for game 3 for both of these teams. Definitely not have to see how the new rosters perform. A couple different players now playing can be a whole new effect for all 3 players on the field. Demo trying to get another opportunity. It's looking to be out to Newt, it looked like it was going to be out to Cosmic, but it was just a little too short. Leighton, and over the field, all the way down the field shot, and they sunk it through. New Orleans going to take the first goal here. What a play already.
What a good play. I don't think anyone was expecting them to get the second touch there. And a great start from New Orleans, putting the pressure back on Savannah once again, even though it's slightly different roster, as DP is back looking to try to get something going. Demo gets beat by Ken Whiffy Jr. I think Ken Whiffy Jr. has been playing incredibly, especially on offense.
Oh, absolutely. I would say that right now all teams on offense have been incredible. Both teams on offense have been incredible, but I will say that it's been quite a different effect for both teams in a sense of their conversion from defense to offense, because Savannah held their defense incredibly well in game 1, but were unable to seek it through until game 2. And now we're seeing a completely different, oops, sorry guys, I keep doing that. It's just like a muscle memory. We're seeing completely different teams right now coming into game 3.
Yeah, just completely different play styles too. Let's see who has what it takes to get this game win. Phantom still down a goal. Demo though looking to try to get some pass. I don't feel like there's as much of a connection there, but it's off to Cosmic, straight to Newt, trying to get the double. It's gonna get cleared away long. Demo's gonna have to rush back and collect it.
Sitting on the front line right now. Looked like Demo was trying to get a nice opportunity for a clear, but New Orleans, all 3 players dispersed throughout the field quite well. It looks like an opportunity maybe for Newt to do some dribbling, but just a great 50. Defense from New Orleans playing really well, especially since they're trying to hold the lead they currently have. Even if it's 1 goal, it's still enough. Demo looking for an opportunity, but a nice save comes out from Ken, keeping it just shy off from the net.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Phantoms, you have to keep the pressure there. This New Orleans been looking pretty good, trying to get a counterattack going, but Newt's going to save it away. Ball's going to bounce mid, going to go to Ken Whiffy Jr. It's going to be up to Newt to make the clear out to Demo, but it's going to get blocked away. Here comes another counterattack from New Orleans. It's going to be saved away by Newt. I think New Orleans has been really quick on for counterattacks.
I will say New Orleans has been a really good team coming into this game, and I have to say Savannah's doing a really great job. Maybe not as back and forth with everybody as they were in the last game, but they're still doing a really good job on rotations, moving back to the field. Cosmic, a great save, maybe an opportunity to have something happen here. He continues to send it to the corner. I thought for a second maybe he'd send it down to Newt. But it does seem like all three players in Savannah right now, they're pinned back in a corner on defense. And they've got to be able to work their way downfield, pass back and forth, maybe get some pass plays, and see if we can't get some conversions for a goal in the next couple seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the Phantoms have been trying to get those passing plays, or have been having opportunities to pass to each other that just aren't quite connecting. You need them to connect, I'd say, if you want to get past this New Orleans defense, which is looking strong. 1-0 game. Still plenty of time for Phantoms to score, but they need to get something to connect, something to work. Oh my gosh, drop down for Demo, but can't go and find it. Newt, does he have a follow-up? No, save the...
That was insane. I thought that Savannah was just about to peak for their shot. Demo looked like he was about to get an insane redirect. But with 30 seconds left, they have to get something, just tie it up to get some continuation, some extra time to take this game and still have an opportunity in the series score. It looks like Cosmic trying to get an opportunity. The net's basically open, but nobody from Savannah was able to get there. Not enough boost to get it to the back of the net. And we're going to see the clock tick down. They have a couple seconds left. They can keep it up. It's just got to be, they can't hit the ground yet, guys. Come on, Savannah. You guys have this. It's going to go.
I mean, I think, when that net was wide open, that was Savannah's greatest chance to get a goal here. Last 10 seconds, you got to throw everything you can on offense. You got to get some pressure going, You need to get a goal there, but, just no one was there for the shot. And they had plenty of great opportunities as well. But New Orleans, really putting it to the Phantoms. Yes, you definitely said it. A little bit of a fight indeed. The Phantoms now have to force a Game 5 if they want a chance at winning this series, which is always pretty nerve-wracking. Game 5, you're on stream in front of everyone watching. That gets nerve-wracking. But here we're on Game 4, and it looks like we're about to get started.
Yeah, I have to see what happens in Game 4. Savannah's going to be able to get another series win up on the board, get us into Game 5, our first Game 5 of Season 2. Overall, even if it's preseason, that'll be the first Game 5 of Season 2. We'll have to see what all occurs here. iCosmic looking for an early goal, trying to follow it up from Newt. I'm sorry. It was just a little bit too high off the top of the board. And a demo coming out from Tinsel, I believe. It already playing pretty aggressive. Oh, and a response demo. Both teams not letting up from each other right now.
It's a demolition derby out on the field right now. Players getting demoed left and right. I love seeing this more aggressive play style coming out from both teams, as Dude's going to try to get it in the corner past one. A little bit awkward. New Orleans, looking to make their offensive rotations. Here comes Tinsel. Good bump, but no one's there to follow it up.
Cosmic going to take his turn. Maybe a possible air dribble. It does just go short off to the right side. A pinch from Demo, trying to get an opportunity for somebody on Savannah, but it's just going to be a little bit too light and short. Cosmic looking for another opportunity. It could be for Newt. It's just going to be off to the side. If Demo can get there, decides to slow it down, take a little bit of a slow play, and it is going to work out almost. Leighton, a nice save, as it was just about to slip through maybe for Savannah. It's a nice flick to keep the momentum for New Orleans, and they're trying to get it back downfield. Demo, nice interception. But it lands right back into the hands of Tinsel. New Orleans not letting up. Leighton looking for it, and it is going to sink through left side right past Newt, who was just a little shy off rotation.
Yeah, dude, just on backboard, on zero. Not the best place to be in Latin and the New Orleans Nightmares will take advantage of that to score first in Game 4.
It's already intense, man. It's already intense, Pokey. I know we had that 3-0 call, but it's not looking anything like that. It's looking more like a Game 5, man. This is cool.
Yeah, this is very cool. I'm liking Game 5s. I always want to see a Game 5 here, Nuke. And I'm really hoping Savannah can get us there. However, New Orleans wants it done in 4. They want to get out of here as quickly as possible and show to the rest of the teams watching that they might have what it takes to go all the way this season. However, it is just preseason, so we'll see. That's good. Double saved. What a save from Demo.
That was gonna be quite the angle coming from Leighton there, but it was just a little bit shy off, and a nice save coming from Demo over in Savannah Phantoms, not letting that one slip through. They are only down again by 1 goal this game, and they got to be able to get another one on there, get the tie up, get the lead if they want to fight for Game 5 here, and I'm sure that's exactly what they're gunning for. An opportunity almost arises for Leighton, but it's just shy by saved off by Newt, and a nice save coming from Newt again. Everybody on Savannah's a beast on defense, and that's probably one of the best features. We just got to be able to get it right back over into the side of the net for New Orleans.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, wait, there's a miscommunication, though. I was about to say I love this defense for the Phantoms, but they leave their net wide open. A crucial mistake. And DPS back will capitalize.
Damn, that hurts the heart a little bit to watch, but I mean, everybody has that happen in a game of Rocket League. But New Orleans now 2-0 lead. There's still just a little bit under half regulation time for this match left. And it's only Game 4 if Savannah can get the conversion. What just happened? Was that a double touch, or did somebody else take the goal from DP's back?
Someone else took it. DP was going for the double, but Latin was up to steal the goal. An insane passing play to make it a 3-0 game.
What a play from New Orleans. I didn't think Leighton had that at all. I thought DP just had the nice double, but I mean, some team plays coming from New Orleans. It's 3-0 now, and we got 1 minute and 50 seconds left for Savannah to convert. They got to be able to get 3 goals on the board, just like they did in Game 2, to get a series score back up there, get to Game 5, and have an opportunity to take it. It's just a little bit off. Newt, a nice save, almost slipped it through from a follow-up from Leighton, or from Tinsel, but a nice 50 save from Newt keeps it from getting through. And New Orleans playing extremely aggressive right now.
Yeah, New Orleans has been aggressive all series long. Doesn't matter the roster. Oh, a shot just off. Why Cosmic's gonna save it? The Phantoms need to get some offense going. We've seen what they can do on defense. Now's their chance. They need to get something going here on offense, which, you know, isn't always the easiest thing to do, especially against this New Orleans defense here. As quick counter's going to go out to Tinsel, ball out mid, it's going to get cleared away to Latin.
Demo was trying to maybe get an opportunity to bounce it off that corner. I would have been hoping for it to go off the corner and follow up for a nice 50. But New Orleans is not letting anything get close to that net right now. They aren't letting anybody get to the back of the net and get a goal on that board, because they want to run away with this series, apparently, in a sense. I mean, Savannah had a good response in Game 2, but for a Game 1-0 and then impossible Game 4 with a 4-0, it's looking a little bit rough. Savannah definitely played their hearts out, and it was quite an intense matchup, but I do think that might be the dagger with our last 30 seconds left. New Orleans having a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you're a Phantoms fan, you know, I mean, it is a preseason, you know, so these games don't really matter in terms of standing or anything. However, it still feels a little rough, you know. I feel like New Orleans has been on the attack for most of the series. Maybe a consolation goal here, something possible. Nope, blocked away. I think New Orleans has just had more pressure, more offense, and more, like, just a better overall defense. It's just New Orleans looking really good.
And New Orleans played an incredible set of matches. Savannah were able to put it at least to Game 4, our first matchup of the series tonight. It ended in a 3-0, but at least stats there, guys. I'm still currently working on those so they don't break at the end of every match or series. But a pretty incredible set of events. I mean, Savannah, they fought, but New Orleans, they came out on top and they rose through it.
Yeah, New Orleans, strong showing. I liked what I saw in game 2 out of Savannah. That comeback was legendary. I thought that might have turned the tides in the
Yeah.
series, but New Orleans didn't let it get in their heads, and they were able to finish it off
Oh, man.
strong.
Yeah, I would have loved.
All right.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Savannah have a little bit of a comeback, an overturn in a sense from their win in game 2, but unfortunately, New Orleans, they just played an incredible set of games.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Phantoms still definitely have what it takes. We saw some insane ideas. Remember that drop down
Oh,
pass?
man. Dude,
That would have been insane if that was in.
that would have
But if
been
they can,
nuts.
yeah, and if they can start connecting and finding those insane shots and passes, I think they have what it takes to be a strong contender here in Academy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree that they're going to be quite the intense matchup. Well, that is our Academy tier. Don't go anywhere, CSA. We have our Superstar match coming up next. And Mr. Pokey, who did join me here just a minute ago, is going to be on the desk again, doing some incredible casting for our superstar matchups. Who that's going to be quite an intense matchup, if I do say so myself. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our next tier.
Dropping that shit on the headlight. that shit on the headlight.
Welcome back, CSA. Sorry about the delay, as that sort of rhymed. We're back with our superstar matchup. We had a little bit of a mix-up on the schedule, but we're still going to have a pretty awesome matchup tonight. It's going to be the San Antonio Stallions, who I formerly casted for in Season 1. I still love them. They are still my friends. And we are going to also have the San Diego Sea Lions. Sorry, Iwu, I'm sorry about that. But I'm still joined with the awesome Poke Ninja. What's going on, man?
What is going on, Nuke? I'm feeling amazing. I feel good. I'm ready to cast. Iwu, he's my GOAT. I won a championship with him in RSC way back in the day. So I'm really excited to get this matchup going. A little change of plans, but, I'm really excited to see what we got going on here.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. The players are loading in. Like I said, I tried to apologize to everybody on the superstar teams that I did have a mix-up in the scheduling. I'm very sorry about that, but we were trying to get this resolved as quickly as possible to still have a great matchup for our superstar tier, and then we still have one more tier coming up very, very quickly after this one. That's going to be our highest tier, streamed every Sunday, and that's superstar, or not what? That's superstar, guys. No, that's world class, guys. That's the world class. That's the best one.
Yeah, we're doing Superstar right now, not quite the highest tier, but yeah, you're going to want to stay around after this match because, the Superstar matchup, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be Kronovi versus that guy who, the pinch master, the guy who hit an insane pinch. How much kilometers an hour was it?
Well, it was 199, but that's also now a canceled match. I just got word from Trash that they are also not available right now.
Whoa. Well, maybe we'll find those are world-class teams. It's still going to be great if we can get something going. It's still preseason, working out some of the issues here and there. But yeah, I'm ready. But meanwhile, we got the Superstar matchup, though, going in, and I'm excited to see, if Iwu did a good job at drafting, I'm very excited to see San Diego play.
Yeah, San Diego would have been awesome to see play tonight. Unfortunately, the San Diego team for the Sea Lions is, they're at the lake right now, so they aren't actually available to play, and I'm very sorry, guys, that this is what happened. Yeah, no, me too, dude. This is like my exact reaction. I'm just like, I really thought they were available, and then Trash just lets me know that they're not. So guys, we're gonna head back to another quick break. I'm very sorry. We're gonna have to sort out a couple of things. I know, I'm sorry, man. I don't know. Hopefully Superstar, we could still get a matchup in. It's just we still have the world class tier that's supposed to start in the next 30 minutes. So we'll be back. I'm gonna sort some things out. We'll talk about it. Pokey, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. This is very unfortunate.
I wanted to see San Diego play. I was so excited. I was like, oh, it's Iwu's team. I'm so excited.
Dude, I would have loved to have seen that. It's real. Yeah, 6-0 games, easy. Okay, we'll be back, guys. We will be back. Hopefully, if not, you're gonna see Power and Clash DA for our world class matchup. So give us a second. Apologies for everything. Technical difficulties. We'll be back.
I'll see y'all later.
on the headlight. Dropping that shit on the headlight. that shit on their head like. Dropping that shit on their head like.
Welcome everybody to CSA preseason again. We got world class coming up. I'm Clash, joined by Power. Power, this is gonna be exciting.
Yes, it is. Here we have Rochester Renegades. Of course, I'm the GM of the Rochester Renegades, and we have a Rochester Renegades player. We don't have the St. Louis representation on the desk, but I'm very confident that this team is going to do incredibly well considering it is Percy, Kronovi, and Cody. Absolutely insane players, insane names. So glad to have them here at CSA. All of the players actually already joined up in this lobby, so we are just about ready to go, Clash. Who do you have winning this match?
I mean, I gotta say the Renegades. I know they had a really good show match. I know Flying did very well in that one. So like, as much as I like that, as much as I like that other team, Percy, Kronovi, huge names in Rocket League, especially Kronovi, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like those newer players, Gear, Vanish, Flying. I think we can take this one.
Yeah, for sure. I know when I was drafting them, Gear and Flying particularly, both very high second and first round. I mean, like Gear fell quite a ways in the first round, so getting him at 16 for me, I was very happy for that. And then Flying, of course, a high second round. And then Vanish was actually projected low second round and ended up falling to third. So I mean, they have on paper really, really high picks considering, the third round reversal. And then on the other side, we have Percy, Kronovi, and Cody. Cody and Kronovi both taken up to play with Percy at quite a low position from the standings, at least. So it'll be interesting to see how they can support Percy as that first round and see if this is a really Percy focused team or if it can operate as more of a cohesive unit.
I would say though, I mean, Kronovi, obviously, everyone knows he's probably the biggest name in Rocket League, if not the most classic name in Rocket League. He's been around for so long, and I think having that on your side is actually going to be really impactful on it. You know you can rely on him to be there. He's going to be a solid player no matter what. He might not be as peak potential or whatever as some of these other players, but he's going to be that rock that you're looking for. And if it's not the first rounder like Percy is, it's that second or third rounder having that just solid player. That might be exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, and I know these two teams, of course, St. Louis is a new team, Rochester Renegades the second season. I don't think that really plays into effect here just because all of these players in world class are new this season. There isn't that precedent. There isn't that, oh, these players have faced before in this setting. This is all new. And to me, that's super amazing. That's super fun. And it's super exciting. And I also have Rochester Renegades. I have it in 3 because I'm really confident in the team that I drafted. But I'm curious to know how many games do you see this going to?
I want to see 5, so I'm going to say 5.
Close for the content.
Yeah, because I think seeing this one go the distance would be awesome. I want to see some high flying moves, but I know we're about to get into this one, Power, and man, yeah, as we get closer and closer, I'm excited.
Yeah, though this is. I mean, sure, you could argue, oh, it's just preseason. There's no points on the line. There's no standings yet. But at the same time, these preseason games really set you up for the season. Like at the end of the day, if you do well in preseason, you're going to come into that first series on match 1, and you're going to be so much more confident. You're going to be like, yeah, we swept last week. We know we're good as a team. We've been scrimming. We have those wins to back us up. And that, honestly, starting your season here is just as important as those matches that do have points.
Yeah, I really do think so. Having that confidence going into the season is so different. If you immediately in the preseason just feel rough, that just sets you up for such a tough situation. It's weird. I'd almost prefer jumping into a season and losing week 1 than losing in preseason. I know that sounds weird, but I'd rather lose in week 1 than losing in preseason because you know that you're all giving it your all. But preseason, it's all about feeling out your team, and when you lose there, it just feels bad. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something about the losses hurt all the same. I feel like even though there's no points on the lines, like that can sting just as hard as a team because you don't have that confidence. And Rocket League is a game about confidence. If you aren't confident in your team and your ability personally, like you're gonna lose regardless of if you are the better players because you didn't act like the better players. And it's kind of cliche to say it, but it is a game that's played on the field. You have to physically do. You have to physically go out there and win, right? You can't just be the better players.
And we're getting the players on the field right now. We're about to get things started. Oh man, Power, yeah. As I said, I'm very excited for this one. We got our first world-class series on the field right now. Here we go, Power.
Yep, preseason starting off strong. Kronovi starting off strong, pops this overflying, goes for the low 50, able to take out at least one Rochester Renegades defender. Now Vanish off to the sidewall, plays the 50 low, Gear to follow. Percy pops this one up, flying now to Gear. Gear up with a control touch, ends up getting a little bit off of that play, and now Kronovi with the clear. First 20 seconds hasn't been anything too crazy. The St. Louis Archers are looking to make something happen there. That play kind of fizzles out with this gear air dribble out. Flip reset over one. Percy now up toward the wall.
Archer's looking for some early team plays there. That might be something they're going to look to do this series. But I'm looking for these high-flying mechanics. I always, those are always going to be some of the most entertaining things to watch in Rocket League, and you're going to be able to see a lot of that stuff in world class. Percy trying to low 50, getting through that back line. Kurobi, go ahead and bail off that one here. Get a touch there. Just simple things like watching that chain dash every single time that he's going on the wall there. It's just wild to me.
Yeah, the mechanical prowess of all 6 of these players on the field, I mean, it cannot be understated. And here, shot coming in from Gear. Percy now with the sidewall double, Vanish back alone, gets a touch that's toward the center of the net, has to come back and get that save. Incredible job out of him to almost bail himself out of that bad situation. Now Gear on the air dribble, has the flip reset, passes it over one, ends up getting bumped off that play. That pass not quite connecting in the midfield. Now the counterattack comes. 3-on-1 versus Flying. Flying gets a bump on Cody. Cody tries to touch this one down. Kronovi there for the shot. Gear able to turn it away.
Yeah, great defense from Flying there. He had 3 players chasing him down there, and he was able to get that touch exactly how he needed. Just able to buy enough time for his team to get back. And now Archer's still on the offensive side, but Vanish trying to get a counterattack going.
Yep, and these mechanics are looking very threatening on both sides. We have seen flip resets attempted for all of these passes. All of them have been cut out in the midfield, which shows that that positioning, if it stays strong, can trump those mechanical plays that look so threatening. This shot turned away by Gear as well. Kronovi with some bump pressure allows Percy to come in. More wall dashes. They're just flexing on us at this point. Like, seriously. Gear now toward that midfield. Midfield pass is good, but the shot is not.
Oh, such a close chance. Flying, trying to keep it going, though. Trying to get it back middle. Vanish, going to be first to this one. Playing it off the corner. Able to get another one right off of that. Gear tries to get it middle. Flying does beat the defenders to win for the Archers, but no one quite able to get that one back middle for the Renegades.
Yep, that ball now popping middle. Percy's touch a little bit too hard. Gear off to the sidewall. Gear tries to follow, get this one mid. Kronovi there for the save. Now Vanish with a shot, easily saved away by Cody. Demo on the play as well, buying more precious time for the Archers to get that boost. Transition into this offense, play it into the corner now. Flying, Vanish, not exactly on the same page, but that flick almost over one toward Cody, able to turn that one away.
Percy trying to get this one up to Cody, cut off well by Gear. Vanish gonna try and get that one back middle. Gear taking it back over, middle hit. Percy gets an awkward touch, but just far enough out that it gets that clear going. Flying, just trying to box out that defender there. That was a little bit of an awkward play, but well dealt with. Flying, trying to get this one back middle. Cody and gets that clear going. The Renegades have some pressure going right now.
Yes, but the pressure is not enough. They need a goal. A minute left about in this gameplay. A minute and some change. Now Flying toward the corner. Percy just banging that one out. Vanish, no boost. Asks Gear to go for him, and that touch is so awkward. Not exactly what he wanted. Percy's going to slot that away every single day of the week.
Yeah, it's just not quite the touch that he wanted. Gear, it just doesn't, I don't know, it didn't quite get the touch. That's as simple as it is.
Yeah, I don't know if he was going for the double there or trying to get it off the post in a beneficial way, but
I'm not sure. But either way, it has to make it into the corner. Has to make it into the corner. It just didn't there.
Yeah, he needed one of those two things, either off the post or into the corner, and it was neither, and it ended up being a goal. Now Vanish into the corner. Cody plays it past one, trying for a flick. Not quite the power he wanted.
Power mentioned. Flying, trying to get this one forward. Able to get a 50 going. Kronovi, not quite able to get it. Vanish up to that one first, but kind of a 50 coming out. Cody, maybe with an open net going through. Gear able to get it clear. Vanish trying to continue it out. Kronovi on target, off the crossbar, not quite in. Flying, gonna take this one over. 0 boost though to his name. Gear 50ing out Kronovi. Vanish on the ball now. Has to get it the full length of the field. Get this one tied up. Isn't going to be able to. That's on target. Gear, big clear coming out from him.
Yep, demo on the play for both teams now. 2v2 for at least 3 seconds. This ball popping out mid. Cody leaving it for Kronovi. Kronovi up toward the backboard. Kronovi toward the double. Not quite good enough. Defended well by the Renegades. Now Flying, looking for the one-on-one. Cody back alone. Not the flick that he was looking for. And this ball, only 5 seconds remaining. Rochester needs something quick, and they need it now. Vanish trying for the corner. Gets the double pass one. Bumps coming through. Pass not connected, and that ball drops down to the ground.
A great last chance for the Renegades there, but that one mistake, it wasn't even a huge mistake, but it was enough on this field here to make that difference. And Archers take game one. Unfortunately, Power, your prediction's wrong. He didn't end up sweeping them.
Not in 3.
But
Unfortunate.
there's still a lot of good coming out from both sides here. It's very solid Rocket League come through.
Yeah, the game seemed to be almost in like a complete deadlock for such a long time. I mean, 0-0 for at least 80% of that game, and then just one mistouch and immediately capitalize. And then that last 0-second chance was so close, but no dice.
And I don't know. I feel like we're not the right people to to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Power, what do you think Renegades need to do to overcome this Archer squad? Because I feel like it's been very, very stalemate.
Honestly, I think I just want more offensive connection, like getting from one player to the next, whether that's taking a beneficial 50 where it goes toward a teammate, or getting that extra touch to get that infield pass. Because all of our plays where we're trying to get to that second man from the first, or even from a second to a third, they aren't quite connecting. And as I say that, Percy connects with the back of the net, another shot where it just feels too easy for him.
Yeah, that's exactly where the connecting from the first to the second man. Great follow by Percy. Just beautiful placement on the shot there.
Yeah, I mean, that ball dropping down so dangerously, not a single Renegades player in net. Now this kickoff, kind of stalling out, both Rochester players getting tripped up a little bit. Gear with a chance here, 0 boost from Kenobi. Surely this is a goal. It ends up not being a goal because you have the mountain on the St. Louis Archers team.
What a save from Kenobi there. I have no idea how he was able to get that one out. Gear, though, trying to keep it going for the Renegades. Off the wall here, only as far as Kenobi there. Great clear coming up from him. Vanish on this ball first, up to flying. Air dribble coming out, but Cody able to get a pretty simple touch there to clear that one out.
Yeah, I mean, those simple touches, finding either the next person, like here, the passing play is actually connecting, or even just playing it in a spot where they can follow it themselves. Like this one, where Cody gets that first touch and is able to just get a second one, able to not allow Renegades to have any possession on these balls. And Gear now trying to get some sort of possession, immediately challenged. This ball rolling out a little bit fur. Luckily, Flying has the fake, gets it around one, but immediately bumped off by Kronovi. Now Vanish back into the corner alone, tries for the 50, able to get it. Gear now called in.
Vanish going ahead and leaving that for Gear. Gear leaving it as well. Vanish back up to Flying now. This could be a chance if Gear can get there quick, but he's just a little bit far. Big bump coming out, though, on Kronovi. That's on target. 2 players went for the Archers, but no touch coming out for Gear. If he was able to get that one middle, that could have been such a good opportunity. Though, Renegades still trying to keep it going. Cody trying to get some counterattack pressure going now, and they are. Here, up to Flying. Oh my goodness, Percy goes flying at that one. Kronovi, big 50 on the back line.
Yeah, even some of the adjustments that they might be looking to make is there have been multiple times where they've had that 2v1 and they just aren't able to get the bump. Maybe some physicality, maybe some demo plays might be the way for Renegades to finally convert on some of that pressure that they've been getting. This is not, however, how you get pressure. Keeping the ball in the corner are the St. Louis Archers. Now Kronovi out toward middle. 50-50 coming out from Flying. Third left back alone, demoed on the play. That pinch not on target though. This ball rolling up. Bump comes out. Shot. That is exactly what I was asking for.
That's a wonderful bump. The vision to just aerial up and just take out that defender. Flying, recognize it so quick. He has to go so fast. Percy is on that ball, but Flying faster, able to beat that last defender. We have a tied game, Power.
Yep, 1-1. About half the game is gone, and now we are back into that stalemate, locked, tied up. Kronovi looking to change that. That shot on target. Vanish gets back in time. Now flicking it up over one. Not quite able to get a shot on target though. Gear now up toward the backboard. Percy kind of an awkward touch, but manages to follow it well. Flip reset over one. Flying gets it up. Now Vanish is called in. Has boost, has control, has the ball, goes for the flip reset, gets it almost over one, but Kronovi there to turn it away.
Flying, trying to get this one forward. Is able to. Cody taking some control off his backboard. Gear first to it though. Vanish. Great control touch from him. Might be able to go for a double tap. Might be able to go for a dunk. Not quite. Flying has some space in the air, but doesn't quite get it towards the net.
Now this ball popping out mid, vanishes there toward the corner, unable to get the double tap that he wanted. Gear toward backboard. Kronovi defends it well. This ball trickling out middle, no one there for St. Louis jumping on it. Flying, able to pop it up. The teammate, though, that he wanted to pass it to is now deceased after that demo comes through. Kronovi with a fake, tries to play it mid. That ball just rolling slightly behind Percy, kind of kills the opportunity. As I say that, gets it around one. Percy goes for the double, drop down mid, miss from the Renegade player. This ball just 50ing out into the corner.
Will always and forever be a fan of these demo plays. That's really what seems to be getting Renegades the opportunities. Every time they get a bump, every time they get a demo, that's when their opportunities start. That's one right there. Just a little bit of relieved pressure coming out. But flying, just took a little while to challenge there. I was a little concerned on that one. But Cody's going to try to keep it going for the Archers.
Yep, Vanish now into the corner, runs out of boost. This ball touched out mid. Not exactly the pass that the St. Louis Archers were looking for. Now, Cody up to the middle. The demo comes out. The shot comes over the crossbar. A follow-up from flying, and that'll do it. The demo play has been the key.
It really has been. It gives so much space to the Renegades, and they have capitalized on it so frequently. Percy had to make such a fast read and just wasn't quite able to. Now, Renegades having the lead for the first time.
Yeah, they're looking to take this game, at least tie up the series, get some sort of answer. Gear pre-jumping so fast, now wall dashing up to try and get a challenge off. This now a demo though for St. Louis. Kronovi up toward the backboard. Kronovi down toward the ground. Not quite in. Would have liked to turn that one in to tie it up, but now 30 seconds. Flying is up, has the flip, has control, leaves it over one, tries for the pinch around, but Kronovi better to it.
Percy going to be up for this one. A little bit dangerous. Gear takes a huge touch to get that one down. I love that control from Gear. Just trying to waste as much time as possible. Flying gets demoed for his efforts though. Percy going to be first to this one. Doesn't quite get the read. Cody up to Percy. Flying cuts it off, but not quite well enough. This is going to be a chance for the Archers. Kronovi not quite able to get past the defender there. Cody to the middle. Percy not quite able to get to it. Vanish and Flying on 0 boost. Flying now has full and fakes that one out. Surprised he did. Vanish trying to kill it still. Cody able to keep it up still. Kronovi first to it here. Here, gonna try to get this one down. Fakes it out, and wow, I'm impressed the Archers kept it up for so long. But Renegades take game 2.
Yep, we see an equalizer in the series, looking to possibly make it a long one. You know, these players already having played one series, I don't think they're fatigued by any means. But at the end of the day, it's if you can get comfortable early in this and prevent that long series, that game 5, I feel like you're in such a good position, which is why I feel like coming up, this game 3 will probably be crucial. Whoever wins this will most likely win the series, in my opinion, just because that extra little boost of having A, the confidence of being on game point, and B, you know, being able to be like, yeah, we can end our night early. I think that just, it might be too much.
Yeah, I feel like all these players though have felt much greater pressure than this. I'm sure. I know all of them have played some RLCS, like whether or not they've been at that pro level or bubble. They've all been at that level, so they know what it feels like to be under pressure here. So they all want this, but they all know how to deal with it as well.
Yeah, and I think the confidence really in this game 3 is that's what's important. Getting that go ahead game win is super important. Now Gear 50 that toward middle. Kronovi with an early shot just off of that crossbar, and now Percy back alone. All 3 Renegades players swarming the net, flying with a double tap down, unable to get that mid in an efficient way. Vanish also missing in the corner, leaving Gear back alone. 50's coming out in that sidewall. Really awkward ball, ends up toward the St. Louis side. I don't know exactly how that happened. Vanish beats one. This corner bump coming out, but this ball not able to find the Renegades player.
You're going to be first on this one. Tries to fall on it. Not quite. Kronovi, 0 boost. Just trying to force out a touch there. Flying. Great control touch from him. Cody now left in a bad spot. Gear gets a trade demo. Vanish. In the middle. Flying going to be second to that one. Cody gets a huge piece of that. Vanish. Big clear coming out from him. Renegades on the attack, but a bump completely clears out that pressure.
Now sidewall double attempted from Flying, ends up missing. Kronovi just follows that ball, gets a double tap up toward the middle. Vanish now with control, has a little bit of boost, goes for one flip Now this shot coming through, Percy able to turn that one away on backboard, pass mid toward no offensive second man. Gear and Vanish both opting to just play back here, being safe. Now Vanish plays it up into Kronovi. Kronovi down to Gear. Gear taking that 50 early. This ball just trickling out toward the net. This one off the crossbar. Need a read and not quite. The shot from Percy not able to make its way in.
My jaw's on the ground. I thought that was going in for sure, but Renegades hold on. Cody gonna try to get this one out of his zone as Renegades press. Kronovi taking some control here. 0 boost to his name. Gets bumped into it. Forces him to lose control. Vanish. Pinch attempt. It might go in. Cody. Great save coming out from him.
Yeah, just a little bit more power on that, and I feel like the St. Louis Archers would have been caught out. Now, this pass all the way up toward that back corner. Both players up, but they aren't punished for it. This transition not coming through just yet. As I say that, Kronovi very close, but runs out of boost. This shot almost good, but Renegades just stoic on the defense. Now a beat from Gear means that this is a chance. Tries to get it mid, unable to get the touch. Vanish up, beat out by Percy. Percy trying to rush this one through. Demo's on the play. That ball crossed the net. I don't know what is happening, but the Renegades seem blessed.
Yeah, that pinch was just a little bit more powerful than the Archers were looking for. That was absolutely a wonderful opportunity for them. Vanish, though, trying to get this one going, flying. Not on target. Vanish, a good little bump, trying to get some pressure off Cody. Up to Gear. Gear is going to take some control off the backboard now, and they're just kind of trading blows, trading attempts, really.
Yeah, both teams looking really even until Cody finds this one. The ceiling bounce just awkward for all the defense. Vanish tries for the double, but unable to get it, and Flying just turns immediately, tries to get the touch on the ball, unable to do so before Cody is able to play it around him. And Cody's positioning really allowed him to be faster to that ball. Flying just not quite ready for it. Now the Renegades find themselves down 1 goal, 2 minutes remain in game 3.
Needs to be first to this one. That was an awkward read. Vanish. Don't even forget, no. Vanish taking it back over. Percy to Kronovi. Up to Cody, maybe. Flying probably gets this one first. That's a little bit dangerous. High flying ball now. Kronovi. Is he going to be able to read it? He is. Does Cody read it? Not quite. Now Flying with a great counterattack opportunity. 1v1. Great 50 from Kronovi. Kronovi's defense so far this series has been immaculate.
Yeah, he's been left in multiple 1v2s, 1v1s, and has answered the call, stepped up on the goal line, but you have to wonder, is that a consistent thing that, you know, if you're consistently leaving a third man back alone, I don't know if that's the best strategy. Eventually, one of those one-on-ones or one of those two-on-ones is going to find its way in. So you cannot be continually doing that. Kronovi here back alone again, able to get that save, though. He's answered it very well.
Trying to get this one out. That's another shot on target. Kronovi has to make another save. He does. Percy now trying to get it out here. Might be first to it. No, Kronovi first. Cody on 0 boost. Tries to get it middle. Is going to be able to, but Percy wasn't quite ready for that pass. Flying. Up first for this one. Good flip reset. Percy. Easy clear though. Here. Trying to press this one forward. Going to take a middle pinch attempt coming out. Not quite on target. Flying. Again, trying to keep the pressure going for the Renegades.
These backboard hits are so crucial to prevent the double taps from coming through. And now Cody with a double tap of his own off the sidewall, able to turn it around. Kronovi's touch goes a little bit wayward. All 3 Renegades players in the corner, but this ball still able to clear toward the St. Louis side. Now pre-jump from Vanish, unable to get the touch that he needed. Gear left back alone. Really awkward read from him, just opts to wait until the ball is touched mid. Now goes for the flip. Tries for the 50, plays it under 1, leaves it for a teammate. Teammate faking low, now Gear taking that 100. Gets a touch mid. This ball so close to the middle, but no one there in time. Time is now at 0. This ball down, shot opportunity off the bar. Not quite good enough.
What a wonderful chance for the Renegades there, but man, Archers just barely hang on there. We've had some very close games so far, Power. This cannot be more exciting.
Yeah, I mean, that opportunity there at 0 seconds. We saw one earlier where, you know, St. Louis seemed to keep it up in game 1 for what seemed like forever. And now we see the 0 second opportunity not quite find its way in. And of course, that means that Rochester Renegades are down 2-1 in the series. St. Louis are looking to take this in 4. Do Renegades have an answer?
I, I think they do. I think they do. They've been trading blows this whole series so far. I think Renegades find a way to bring it back. As you said before, they've been having a lot of opportunities with these 2-on-1s, and they have to go through at some point, right? Like the Archers are getting. I don't want to say lucky because it really is great defense coming out from them. But at some point, that defense has to break, right? Like it has to.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many times you can consistently be asked to make a 2-on-1 save and do so, especially against the caliber of players that these are. And the shot from the pass, Gear sniping the back of the net, flying, turning that one infield so quickly. This just an on-site bang. Percy unable to save that one.
Novi did his very best to pre-jump it, but yeah, the back line, Percy there, he had no chance. It had to be Kronovi's pre-jump and just didn't quite make contact. Cody gets read by Gear there. That was a wild pre-jump by Gear. Almost makes his way through, flying. Takes some big control here back into his corner.
Yep, tries for the ceiling, gets 50'd out though by Kronovi. Now Vanish in an awkward position, gets a 50. This one going out toward the wall. Vanish running out of boost right before he's able to get the touch that he wanted. Luckily the ball finds its way back to flying to the backboard. Cody easily turns that one away. Now Gear pops it mid, Vanish unable to get there before Kronovi.
Percy gonna get it over to Kronovi now. On target, that's gonna have to be a good save from Gear. It is. Vanish, great clear coming out. Now Kronovi trying to take some control, playing it back to Percy. Percy gonna get dunked out by Gear, flying. Trying to get some control here. 50 coming out on the goal line for the Archers, flying. Another 50 coming out. Now some demos again coming out from Vanish. That's something that we didn't really see last game, and maybe that was the difference. That's gonna find its way through. Gear able to get a second one. This is the first 2-goal lead we've had all series, Power.
Yeah, and the unsung hero in flying, just going through, getting those bumps on the third man, doing such a good job to just take that defensive line and make it a defensive 0. Like there's just no one there.
Wow. And the lead extends further. Flying keeps this one going right off the kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, kickoff just follows out so perfectly to him. Kronovi gets that 100 boost, but isn't able to turn in time. Able to convert that one are the Rochester Renegades. Minute and 30 surpass, and this is by far the biggest lead we've seen, but it doesn't feel like Renegades are necessarily dominating that hard. They've just had a few good chances early on.
No, and like we said, eventually the chances that they get are going to go through, and they've had such good ones this series. It's kind of like they were due a few goals here, so the lead kind of feels earned. Maybe not this game exactly, but like I don't know. That being said, yeah, exactly. It's karma. This time, positive karma. But Kronovi is trying to get this one back. They're not out of it at all. Archers have absolutely put on enough pressure in previous games that 3 goals is not insurmountable for them.
And they have time. They have lots of time. 3 minutes still on the clock. Kronovi now to this corner. If Rochester are able to get another goal, though, then it's starting to look a little bit less hopeful. Here, able to turn that one to the side. Now flying off of the wall. Cody with control. Tries to play it around one. The flip coming through. Now Vanish called in. Percy able to challenge that one away. Kind of just the ball going a little bit too high for him. Gear into the corner. 50-50 comes out. Cody not in position. Kronovi is, though. That shot not exactly what he wanted.
Cody even trying to 50 him out. Kronovi now has to make a touch here. Here, up first to that one. That's a wonderful double tap. Percy now has to make a really good touch. He does. Kronovi only able to hit it hard. Vanish takes full control of it. Now off the backboard to Gear. Gear trying to play it under. Doesn't quite get under Cody. Flying up first. This one, all 3 go for the Renegades. They're not going to get punished for this one, though, because Archers are in such an awkward spot.
Yeah, the positioning there on the defense is not exactly what you want, considering the Renegades are having all 3 just jump up to something so confidently. These touches getting around the defenders, and that is an incredible play. Flying able to clean this up, but this was all Gear.
Yeah, Gear, I don't know. Watching it happen, I thought it was a really bad touch, and then I saw the result of it and realized what he was doing. I didn't realize until after it happened that it was so good. what a wonderful touch by Gear. The vision, knowing exactly where the defenders were, exactly where his teammates were. It was just that.
His goals
I don't
are
know how
beyond
to
your
explain it.
understanding.
It's wild. Like it's these guys are so good.
Yeah, now the back pass coming through again. This banged out toward the sidewall. Kronovi running out of boost. This ball bouncing just high enough where Vanish can follow it. Tries for the double tap. Tries for the pogo off the back. They're just having fun now.
I mean, that's scary when you know the other team is having fun. If you're the Archers, you don't want to see that. But they get one here. It's not impossible with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go.
Yeah, flying there, just going for as many resets as possible, dribbling it back toward his net. Not exactly the move if you're looking to not get scored on.
Oh, man. Yeah. You know that they were just kind of screwing around a little bit there, but maybe they shouldn't be, because Percy's going to try to keep this one going here. Oh, Vanish going to be able to follow this one, maybe. No, kind of gets faked out. Nobody's not going to be able to reach it. And here has a lot of space because of that demo.
Yep, this ball played out over one. Flying beats another. Shot obviously coming in, but not fast enough. Vanish's shot, able to be turned away by Percy. Now Gear connecting with Flying. Flying into the corner. Tries for one more touch. Gets it around one, but not on target.
Every second this ball spends in the Archers' half is one less second they have to try to get one of these 3 goals that they need to tie this one up. Otherwise, we will go to game 5, and I think it's probably where we're heading right now. Renegades seem very in control of this one.
As we say that.
As I say that, maybe the Archers can come back.
You're telling me there's a chance. However, it is just 20 seconds. They're going to need 2, and they're going to need them quickly. Either a kickoff goal followed by an immediate follow-up, or some sort of play where they're able to score on 0 seconds after a quick goal. And they have a lot to be asked for. This is something that's helpful, though. Gear's touch, able to get that one away at the corner play. Time ticking down. This shot on target, but saved away, and surely that's game.
I feel like that had to happen right there. Flying is going to try to get a 50 here, but not quite going to be able to. And that does end this game. Kronovi might be able to get back to that one, not quite. And yeah, Renegades take that one much more dominantly than the previous games. I'm not sure. I didn't feel like anything crazy happened. It just, they got going fast. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was the confidence, right? I mean, we saw them almost freestyling. We saw them all over the field. So much, I don't know, confidence in both their play offensively and just in each other, right? I mean, we saw a triple commit, and they looked like they were having fun doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that triple commit, that hurt my brain a little bit, but somehow they didn't even get punished for it. They got like an okay touch on it, and somehow it didn't end up going back towards their half. I don't understand how that happens, but Renegades getting away with it a little bit and having fun while doing it. And that, if you're, like I said during that series, if you're having fun when playing Rocket League, especially at this high of a level, it's going to be a rough time for the other team. So maybe Renegades are just going to keep having fun.
Yeah, and I mean, you feel like they did kind of, I don't want to say troll at the end, but when you're letting in 2 goals and you're letting the other team get something back, I don't know if I exactly like that going into a game number 5. You want to feel like you absolutely dominated, but it really felt like they left a little bit of the door open for a response here.
Yeah, agreed. As much as I like having fun, there's also that other end of it. If you start just screwing around and screwing around a little bit too much, then it's gonna bite you in the butt. But it's a balance thing. Gear gonna try to get this one up to Flying. Flying pre-jumping for it. Oh, that would have been a great play. Vanish. This one might just be open. Flying gets the touch. That would have been a really crazy touch, but it was an option there.
Yeah, now Kronovi with control to the sidewall. Percy just bangs that one out. Able to give away control to Vanish. Ooh. Vanish with a Musty on target. Kronovi with the save once again, just having to make that save as last man, but he's answered the call time and time again. The consistency is definitely there. However, the consistency is also there for these Rochester opportunities. As I say that, Gear up with the air dribble, tries for the dunk. Percy able to turn it away.
Flying to the middle for Vanish. Not quite going to be able to get that on target. Flying back to Gear. Gear is going to be thirsty to that, but it's Fly's middle. Cody going to be able to get it clear, but only as far as Vanish. Vanish has full control here. Beats one. Cody Pop it up, but Flying gonna have full control of this one all the way to the sidewall here. No one's gonna be able to challenge for the Archers here. Not realistically, at least. Flying try to get it middle, but no one ready for it.
Just feels like now the Renegades are the ones with the pressure. They're the ones getting all these touches where they have a follow-up. A lot of the times it's been themselves following it versus a teammate, but it's been such a different change in pace. And the shot coming through from Vanish, a minute and a half in, able to go take them up by 1.
That was just a pressure goal right there. It just maintained car after car, keeping things going towards this blue net. Eventually that defense cracked, and as many saves as Kronovi has made so far this series, he was not able to make that one.
Yeah, just too much pressure, and it really feels like the Renegades are having fun with it. And that is a little scary, but they're still alive, you know, they're still up 1 somehow, and Percy trying to make that not the case. Gear with a crucial save. This ball flying out middle from Flying, now flying toward the wall. Percy has to leave this one for Kronovi. Kronovi just banging that one away. Possession given back to the side of the Renegades. Now off the ceiling is Gear. Gear gets dunked. Save coming up for Vanish. Now Percy with a double tap attempted. Kronovi up towards the backboard. This one turned out by Flying.
I'd love to see a flip reset attempt there from Kronovi. That was not a great opportunity. Oh my goodness, Vanish on the counterattack was able to get that through. Real quick, I want to talk about Kronovi's opportunity. I feel like there was just a defender waiting on that backboard on Kronovi's touch. He played it onto the backboard. That's exactly what the Renegades wanted. They were able to get that counterattack going and were able to extend their lead.
Yeah, and all 3 of the Renegades getting involved there, using the teammates finally. We feel like it's been long overdue. Now they're looking confident. Now they're looking to get that lead back, try and go up, take the game by the horns and just get that lead and extend it as far as you can before St. Louis even have a chance to make any adjustments.
Cody trying to get that to the middle right here. They will. What a wonderful pass middle, and Kronovi cleaning it up.
Yeah, Gear's touch, not exactly what he wanted. Tried to get it hard to the corner where Flying could get the ball, but no dice on that, and Cody able to double that one middle. Kronovi were there with a follow. That lead is now in half.
Flying, gonna try to take this one up. Boost stolen though by Percy. Kronovi trying to get 50 going, but not quite. Cody, big clear, but big demo. Going right back. Vanish going for a sidewall. Not quite able to get that one on target though. Gear left alone on defense. Kronovi with control. Gonna try to get this one on target. Just wide. Percy, no boost for him, but big bump coming out. That's gonna go through, and we have a tie game.
Yeah, 2 minutes left, and St. Louis suddenly just taking the chances that they're given. These are really small mistakes that the Renegades are making, but they're immediately punished. I mean, both goals that they just gave away, it was one touch that was needed, and that was the difference between a goal and not a goal.
You're just not quite getting the touch. That it really is just the slight differences, and at this level, that's all that is needed. I mean, you're not asking for perfection, but you have to get as close as you possibly can, because these teams they just expect it of each other. If you aren't getting the perfect touch, it very well may end up in your net.
Yep, and now Kronovi tries for the air dribble. Gear able to turn that one away toward the sidewall now, up off of the corner. Cody able to challenge this one. Kronovi kind of awkward, has to use Percy in the back line. Percy does well, gets a control touch. Kronovi now to take it over him. Percy tries for the tap over 1. Gear committing early, flying now toward the side. Cody now also toward the side, flying, able to turn that one away. Gear now up toward the middle. This ball just floating, easily saved away by Kronovi.
A minute left now, and whoever wins this one takes this whole series. Obviously, again, it's preseason. It doesn't matter for the standings, but it matters so much for the confidence. Both teams want to take this one down. 50 seconds, trying to get it middle. It is flying, but not quite able to. You're just taking this one all the way back to Vanish, so he can take control. 50 now, coming out for Vanish. Cody gonna be beat out on this one. Vanish takes control. Not quite the touch he wanted. He wanted to be able to follow it, but it kind of just messed himself up. Gear just grabs that boost over to his teammate Flying there. And he's going to take a solo play here over 1. Cody, great save from him.
Yep, now Gear to the corner. Tries for the double on not found. Teammate However, called into play. This pass out toward Vanish, so threatening. Kronovi able to get the save. Now Gear forced back into the corner. Pre-jump means that the ball immediately gets pushed away from him, flying up toward Gear. Gear taking his time, realizing he has a little bit of space, going for the pre-jump passing play. Vanish left back all alone. Has to save this one away, or it might just be ended here in regulation. 0 seconds now hit. Ball has to be staying alive if a team wants to end it. It does not, and we go to overtime.
We got overtime, and we got a banger series. For the first one in World Class, it's not ended on a kickoff. That would have been tragic if it was. Percy gonna try to get a clear here. Not quite the clear he's looking for, but maybe it's enough. Kronovi stuck on the backboard. Gear, we'll go ahead and leave that flying. Challenges eventually. Here we go. Vanish. Playing this one middle. Gear up quick, but not as quick as Cody. Cody gonna try to keep this one going for the Archers. Percy now taking it over off the backboard. Vanish can't quite reach it, but he just stretches to get that one.
Yeah, that touch was very much so needed. St. Louis Archers looking to end this here. Now bump play possible. Both defenders, though, avoid the bump, get the touch to corner, but Rochester Renegades are running out of boost. Flying the only one with boost in the tank. Has that touch so crucial, but that shot coming in. The double commit for the save. Able to keep it alive in Game 5 overtime. But the Archers are definitely looking to make this an opportunity conversion. Not quite. More saves coming through. Renegades just diving across their goal line. Now Vanish up, misses that one. Flying, able to save it away. And finally, a small breath of relief for the Rochester Renegades.
Renegades holding strong on defense right now. They have to get every touch. They don't get that one. This could be a chance. Gear doesn't quite get it. And the Archers take down the Renegades in the preseason. What a series power.
Yeah, that touch from Flying not finding its way. Gear not able to get it either. GG's in the chat from everyone. I mean, that was so entertaining. Very amazing way to start the season. And if we have more Game 5 overtimes with players of these caliber, we are in for a really fun season 2.
Absolutely. And we've all talked about it. Looking at these rosters throughout all of World Class, none of us see a weak roster. These are all World Class players. But it's actually crazy just seeing the competition level of these teams. We're in for a really good season, Power.
Yes, we are. Rochester Renegades barely edged out by the St. Louis Archers here. Game 5 overtime. I mean, having to make save after save to keep that one alive, it felt inevitable, and the St. Louis Archers were able to turn that one in.
So, little recap. Those were as close of games as we could possibly have had. The Game 4 was a little bit one-sided, but I mean, even that one, the Archers put up a fight, and the series, obviously, Game 5 overtime. Like, it couldn't have been any closer. Like you said, if this is the preview that we get for World Class, it would be incredible if every series goes like that. We got a very awesome season on our hands, and for anyone who doesn't know, like, all of these players are pro level, bubble pro level. They've all competed on RLCS, the top league of Rocket League, and it's so awesome watching the Power.
Yeah, and we saw Renegades so close. I mean, at least for me, of course, as the GM, I'm a little biased, right? And I would have loved to see them edge that one out. And I mean, I feel like it's not a bad start to the season. Like, you showed that you're competitive. Everyone, of course, is competitive. But I think you can really take it away with some confidence. You can say, we came out, we tried our best, we're doing a good job. And I think that there's definitely argument for that.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot to look forward to on this Rochester team, but then, of course, I think a lot of people, they didn't expect this Archers team to be amazing just because Kronovi washed or something like that. I don't, obviously, we don't buy that anymore. He just showed that he is a stud and is a brick wall on that defensive end, but we can look forward to more of that in future weeks. And speaking of which, tune in next week because we will be getting into the first actual regular season next week, but we don't know who we're streaming at this point. We'll probably decide that coming up soon, but Power, any closing remarks?
I'm just excited to get the season underway. I know I've been putting in the time and effort scouting. I've drafted players I'm really happy to have, and I can't wait to see all of them compete next week. I can't wait to see, of course, Power Hour happen. Shout out Power Hour, shout out Power Hour. Definitely show up to the combines if you are about 1440 sal or below, as you are draft eligible. Signups close next Wednesday, the 3rd, if you want to be draft eligible for Power Hour. I mean, of course, Power would like to see you in Power Hour. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Car Soccer Association will be back with you next week. See you guys then.